Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for November 27th to December 1st. Where did this year go?
We all survived Thanksgiving.
We did.
And now we're rolling right into Christmas.
Yep.
Yay.
So we have a couple of Port Charles pipelines. First one says, hello, actually, Michael had every right to make the decision as acting CEO. Valentine has approached him in the past about Michael running ELQ while both Ned and he were preoccupied. Clearly, while not on screen, Michael accepted. The only person being unreasonable is Ned. What was Michael supposed to do? Let ELQ sink? Michael clearly has a head for business, which will serve him well if he takes over the mob from Sonny.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting. I don't know. I guess it's the off-screen part that we didn't see. And also there's a board of directors that we have seen how many excellent scenes over the year that they should have been involved.
Yes.
And
yes. I don't like that they're acting like it's just those three that matter.
Right. And as someone who has been on one board for 9 years and did serve on another board, we couldn't even replace the roof without having board approval.
Right.
Let alone, and we have made other business decisions based on expanding or decreasing or changing business strategies. I'm pretty sure that without board approval, Michael can't just go and say, we're just going to go open up an entire division in another country. I'm pretty darn sure that there are ad hoc committees that have to be part of it, that the board has to have board approval. Would have loved to have seen all of that because we know Ned and Valentine probably both have proxies.
Right.
They might not be there day to day, but there's definitely a chain of command that they follow. So
it's even if he did accept
off screen,
we need a board meeting off screen. They need to reference that at the board meeting.
We've seen them. This is basically the same thing as with the Bill Eckert, the cartel thing, right? Because that's why Paul Hornsby was on the board,
right?
Through Tracy, right? We just did this a year ago.
Because we haven't talked about a whole lot since then.
But the reason that the cartel was working on Paul to get ELQ to okay their thing that would then benefit them, and it was like a whole thing.
Yep.
That would have been a great storyline to have.
Anything would have been a better storyline than just an office discussion and then off scene. No.
Right.
No.
I
don't know either.
What did we just see? We saw it with when they tried to vote out Valentine as CEO. See, that's how that happens. You have to have board approval.
They've at least had Quartermaine living room board meetings.
Right. Exactly.
Even if there was not a ton of outsiders, there was at least that. We didn't even get that this time.
No.
And no one's talking about it. It's not like, oh, I haven't seen you since the board meeting.
Well, right. And it's not like, well, Ned, the board and I, we went over this. It's a thing. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think there's only been maybe once or twice in the 9 years that I've been on the one that the CEO had to make an emergency. It literally could not wait for us to have even an emergency meeting because they had to have a decision made in that moment.
Yes.
But it was absolutely nothing financial. It was just a different situation that had to be handled right away. And we received an email right away. And it was, if you guys want to talk about this, let's talk about it. And every single person was like, nope, totally approve. And it was definitely the right decision that was made. So I don't know. You're right. We should have had the anything. We should have had the arguing Quartermaines. We should have had Lucy in there going, no, only if you guys help Deception go international. Right. Or Deception is international. You know where I'm going with that though.
But Lucy doesn't have her piece anymore.
Well, she did at the time.
She did.
I think. Depending on when this...
Right, depending on what day this was all supposed to happen.
Meeting did not happen.
The conversations about it. She definitely had it during that. I don't know.
And then we had an email from Vinny. OMG, Shannon brought up Soul Decision on Sunday's podcast. I brought my wife to see the new Trolls movie, and I was upset that even with all the boy band mentions, they didn't mention Soul Decision or 5, LOL. And 5 did, I think they were Baby When the Lights Go Out. Dun, dun, dun. No? Okay.
Sure.
I think. But they were only like a one-hit wonder. Was Take That in the Trolls movie? Vinny, I need to just go see the Trolls movie because I have not seen it. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. No.
I'll go.
Okay, we'll go.
Let's go take Madeline. Or I'll just go. It's in sync. I'll totally
just go. But no, we can take Madeline.
Okay. Oh, and even she didn't know about the band. Thanks for the laugh while I'm listening. You're welcome. Glad to know that my nerdiness is appreciated. I know that it is appreciated. Okay, that was it for the for the pipeline. And the 411 this week is kind of perfectly timed.
Yes.
That recently we really have been talking a lot about these crossovers that we have noticed. And I just recently finished. We've been talking again about some of the crossovers, and I've just recently finished rewatching Desperate Housewives.
You guys, I kept getting texts all day, every day, but especially Friday, of just screenshots of who's on Desperate Housewives. And I'm
no. That was Devious Maids.
Or Devious Maids. Yes, sorry.
Because I was now watching Devious Maids again. And I was like, oh my gosh, look, because Carolyn Hennessy was on Devious Maids. Oh, I forgot to write that one down. Hold on.
You're welcome.
But then on Friday, and we'll get into it, but Mr. Brennan was then on Desperate Housewives.
Yes, he was.
So this Thursday, we are going to cover... All right, so here's the problem. I started the list. When did I start this list? Hold on, what's my history? Details.
This has been going on for a while.
May 2022. Shoot. Is when I started.
This has been a while.
Okay. I made it up to season 6. And then I didn't do it for a long time. So at some point between May 2022 and November 2023, there's a good chance that in the first 6 seasons, someone probably is in there that...
I mean, we might not have known them yet.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is that, like, I didn't just do the list. I've been slowly working on it since then. So season 6, 7, and 8 will all be most recent. Because, I mean, that'll
be a fun Easter egg, though, when people come right in and be like, hey, you didn't know because you started your list in 2022.
Yep.
But this person also is this.
Yes. Because there's some people who just recently were on General Hospital that had also been in Desperate Housewives. So if we had done this a year ago, they wouldn't have been on the list.
Right.
So I don't know what we should call it, though. Should it be General Housewives or Desperate Hospital?
Desperate Hospital.
Desperate Hospital? Okay. So Thursday, we're going to talk about Desperate Hospital. The little crossover. And it's not crossover because it's not the same characters.
Right,
but it's just...
It's fun to see our actors on other shows.
There's over 60. That's a lot, I feel. I mean, I feel like that is a lot of, and some of them are just background people, and I don't want to say just, but they are.
Right.
But there's a lot of kind of substantial people, too, that you're just like, wait, what?
That's not where you belong?
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
That's going to be fun. And then on Monday, they did the In Memory of Tyler.
They did. But you know what? I liked... Because they couldn't go crazy with it because we still have Nicholas alive.
No, he should just be dead.
But we technically still have Nicholas alive. And Tyler had not played him for many years.
Yes.
And so I'm glad that they put it at the end of a happy episode. Like, it wasn't just thrown in
it was the end of the last Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. But it was nice because you saw everyone singing and eating and toasting and... whatever, and then at the very last second it said in memory, and I out loud because it made me so sad.
They never did anything for Billy, though, did they?
Not that I remember.
I don't think they have. I don't like that.
I don't like that either, but
because Tyler had been on Days since, so it's not like
it's not like just that was the last one. Yeah.
Can we get something for Billy, please? Both are tragic losses.
Yes.
So please, please, please do an In Memory of Billy.
All right.
On that note.
What's your Hulu headlines? Let's get excited. Stop with all this downer talk. Is that the introduction to Hulu Headline song?
No, it's me humming. I'm so excited. So on Monday, Thanksgiving continues in Port Charles. Sonny senses something is off between Anna and Nina. Marshall worries about Curtis. Really? Gloria shares with Lois that she is in trouble. Stella and Portia make a realization.
Okay.
On Tuesday, Dante gets disturbing news. Alexis meets with Laura. Sam is concerned about Drew's behavior. Elizabeth tries to reassure Finn. Molly and TJ have a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, Sonny confronts Ava. Martin helps Finn with his legal issues. Maxie opens up to Felicia. Dante and Chase collaborate on an investigation, and Gloria gets help from her family. On Thursday, Dante has questions for Ava. Dex relays a message to Sonny. Portia gives TJ advice. Sonny makes plans for Christmas Eve. And James enlists Cody's help.
He is so cute.
Ugh. And on Friday, Carly has an interesting encounter at Kelly's. Sonny gets a proposition. Ava confesses to Nina. Brook Lynn panics from family pressure. And Kristina consoles Molly. All right. So where do we want to get started?
Well, Monday was kind of its own little storylines of just Thanksgiving. But that is whenever Gloria finally breaks down and is like, I got in some big trouble with the Russian mob because I told somebody important's wife to shush during our bingo game. And Yuri comes right in and is like, I will help you. I have connections. It's okay. And Brook Lynn's like, we could call Uncle Sonny. And Yuri's like, no, I got this. It's fine. He's so cute.
Okay, when she first said they're after my ziti, I'm like, really? Your pasta? I am so glad that immediately Lois was like, your Shih Tzu? I'm like, thank you for saying it's a pet.
Yes. Yes. She's hiding her pet from the mean Russian mob boss. I don't know. I wanted it to be something more because I wanted her to stay longer, and I wanted it to be an excuse that Lois could stay longer even.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrapped it up really quickly that the following day the mob boss came and he was not happy with the fact that Gloria would not apologize. And so Brook Lynn jumped in and saved the day by saying she would have his nephew who plays the trumpet?
Some kind of a brass instrument,
Something.
yes.
I think it was trumpet. Anyway, be the part of the orchestra backup for, I didn't know who she was talking
Some band.
about. Some band.
I don't know.
He said he knew who they were and he was happy with them, but it's not anyone that we've heard her talk about repping before. So, yay, Brook Lynn, for saving the day.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a real group or whatever. Sorry. He's part of the Brighton Bratva. Pete Petrov is after her CD.
Okay.
And Yuri says that he is not always nice.
He's just so cute.
And then Gloria starts asking Chase when is he gonna put a ring on Brook Lynn?
Do some grandmas actually do that?
I don't know. Mine didn't.
Mine wouldn't.
No. I don't have an Italian family though, so
I don't have an Italian family either.
I don't mean
obviously.
that as a stereotype, but they are making it sound like that's what they are putting that stereotype on. If it's a stereotype,
it is.
That's what they're telling us.
Yes, that is the stereotype that they're trying to play up here because Brook Lynn said the day you turn 18, all the aunts and everyone are like, okay, when are you getting married? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I don't know that yes, I think it's supposed to be an Italian stereotype, but I think it's even more supposed to be Brook Lynn, where they all grew up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they talk about everyone getting married young.
Well, yeah, she's the only one that
whatever,
hasn't even ever been married. She's in her 30s and is not even divorced yet.
Oh my gosh.
Hasn't even been divorced once.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I feel like that's what she should have said was, hey, Grandma, how about you be happy that I didn't make the mistake of getting married and then end up divorced?
Right, and how many of those people that you're talking about are divorced and remarried?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, Chase is her first boyfriend.
Yeah.
We've...
really long-term, whatever, yeah.
Other than when she was a teen and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then Chase was asking Lois about her nails.
Yes.
He's like, you can really do a lot of things with this.
I love it.
And then Brook Lynn gets all flustered and is like, don't let them scare you off and blah, blah, blah. And then he proposes.
He did. I was waiting for it to be like a dream sequence on Lois's part or flash over to Grandma on the bus has fallen asleep or something. And no, it seems like that was a for real proposal.
Yep.
Down on one knee.
Maybe Monday we'll see Brook Lynn waking up or something.
Maybe. I mean, I hope it's real because I love them together. And I do feel like, what more do they need to go through to know that this is real?
Right.
Like, they've been together, not together, wanting to be together, whatever, for so long now. Can we just let them? They don't have to get married tomorrow or babies or anything like that, but can they be engaged, please?
Yeah. And then before all that, though, because that was the next day. So then...
Right, it was Thanksgiving, and then the next day...
is when he proposed.
Yeah, I would say a day or two later.
Yeah.
Because Gloria had left. I don't know if it was the same day that Gloria left or the next day.
Oh, and Yuri would make sure that he would not leave until Miss Gloria was gone.
Yes, was on the bus safe.
But when they had the fire, Olivia was like, they haven't had an actual turkey on the table since the 90s, which is true.
Yep.
But then Brook Lynn comes in and is like, Tony's is closed for reservations. And I'm like, I thought they got pizza from Luigi's. And I double checked the past 2 years. They've gotten pizza from Luigi's, because then I also had a note that back in the 80s, or back in the 90s, sorry, is when Alan said that he was ordering from Mario's.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's Mario and Luigi's.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is funny.
But where did Tony's come from?
I don't know where Tony came from.
Remember, we wanted a pizza place named Stewart's.
Yes.
Not Tony's.
Nope.
Stewart's.
Mm-hmm. What?
Tony Gary.
Ah!
No, he's not dead. Make it Stewart's.
Yeah.
Change it now.
Wow, that's a little demanding. We want a rerun episode with the right pizza
You are
place.
not allowed, you are not allowed to name something after someone who is still alive.
Okay.
That's the rule going forward, writers.
Okay.
I feel like that's a fair rule.
It's definitely fair, of course. Like, whatever you say.
Next year they can have a place named Jackie's.
Okay.
What kind of a place would be Jackie's? Oh, it could be like a little boutique.
That would be cute. All right.
Okay.
I hope they got your message, because you were stern mom Shannon voice
I was, because it didn't occur to me until now that I'm like, oh, shoot. Because I'm like, who on the show is Tony? I was like, oh, Tony Gary.
Mm-hmm. But how stupid was Nina for not knowing that you can't just...
How her own restaurant works?
Right. She's like, I'm going to go put together some meals for the Quartermaines.
15.
And they're like, yeah. Are you oblivious to the fact that everywhere, from little restaurants up to huge ones, your reservation has to be in like 3 weeks in advance.
There is a cutoff date.
There's blah, 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 blah. Like, there's so much. The MetroCourt is one of
meal
the most
I
popular.
Could see being squeezed.
Right.
One single meal.
Right.
And maybe they have a little extra, but 15.
Exactly. If they'd have called and been like, I placed an order for 12, there's 2 more showing up I didn't realize.
Right.
Could you just give a little extra of whatever you can so that we can divide these out evenly?
Right.
Okay. That makes sense. Sure.
Or can you even make 12 meals into 15? Like, can you separate them out and make it that way?
Yes.
Like, we don't have to deal with that.
Right. But yeah, spur of the moment, 15. No.
Mm-mm.
But she brought pizza because they've just tried their new pizza oven.
So Olivia finally got her pizza oven.
Olivia has her pizza oven at the Quartermaines.
Did she actually get one?
Yeah.
Then why wasn't she making pizza?
Because she said...
Did I watch the show this week?
I don't know. She said something about it. Is it outside or something? And it was... The weather wasn't good for it. There was a reason. Or cook told her not to. There was something. Plus, do you always have on hand the ingredients for pizza? Because I don't.
I mean, I feel like the only thing that I might not have enough of on hand would be the cheese. And the toppings, like depending on what toppings you really want. But
yeah, I could not go home and make a pizza right now.
She attempted to have her pizza oven installed in 2012, but she was outplayed by it. By Cook too. Yeah. Because I remember she was trying to have it put outside.
I thought that Ned put it in for her as like a surprise. In my brain, it was I'm sorry for all that Alexis stuff, but I could be wrong.
He might have.
She specifically mentioned not being able to use hers or something. But either way, they got some pizza and some trimmings in the tin containers, blah, blah, blah. All the trimmings that they could get together and a whole bunch of pizzas. And Michael turns around and is like, Nina, I don't know what kind of stunt you think you're pulling. How do you think that she, managed this? She's not that smart. You should know that by now. You can be mad she left some toys on the doorstep, but really, who cares? The kids liked them. It was some toys.
Well, even Willow said, It was a nice gesture. I don't like how
she wrote the card.
Not just that. I appreciate the fact that Willow is giving her a chance, but she is not even proceeding with caution.
No.
Even privately, like, okay, it's one thing in front of the kids, you know, this is great, you know, and then understanding Michael's, but she's just like, Michael, what are you talking about? Nina's great.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly.
Yes.
And not, listen, I understand, but we need to make this work, because did you see how happy Wiley was? Like, I know, I'm still working on it too, but sometimes you got to do a little fake it till you make it, but I don't like how...
She is just too totally on board. And I do think that Nina is still manipulating, because on the card, I'm so sorry we can't spend today together. It didn't make it sound like, I'm sorry we aren't spending the day together because Grandma works. It made it seem like, oh, I'm not allowed to be with you. And I don't know that Wiley's old enough to catch on to that, but you are careful how you word things to children.
Right. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Michael, on the other hand, is just as ridiculous with his whole, how did you set this up? She didn't set it up. The Quartermaines had a disaster, like they always do.
Every single year. Yes, she started this back in the 90s, Michael, before you were even born. Nina set in motion for this day.
Yes.
No, that's not how that happened.
It's just ridiculous.
Just a bit.
I feel like that's all this week was Michael... Sonny asking people why they were mad.
Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at Nina?
That was like all it was. Anna, why are you so upset with Nina? Nina, what's going on that Anna's upset with you? Michael, I'm sensing some tension. Why are you and Nina still mad at each other? Nina, what's going on? That's it.
Yeah.
Other than
Dante, you know, if I were to kill someone, I would make sure. I'm like, oh my gosh, what?
But I mean, he did have a point. I wouldn't come to your house and chat it up with you. Like,
he did.
I'd stay away from you.
But he straight up said, you know, if I were having him killed.
Right.
Like, Sonny has at least been evasive enough to never
he
say
loves to use that word, alleged.
Right. But he did not.
He needed to throw a hypothetically speaking in there.
If the coffee business got that dangerous, don't you think I would have?
Right.
Oh, but then there was Thanksgiving at Carly's, and all the moms were involved, except for Nina, was not. Well, but she was working,
right?
I don't think that Carly would have invited her, but
well, whenever Sonny showed up with the pie, if Sonny was going to stay, I feel like she would have let Nina stay.
Yeah,
but Sonny was just dropping off Avery and the pie, and he was going elsewhere.
And Ava was invited, and that was Joss's idea.
Yes, I did. I liked all of that.
And Sonny they were playing monkeys.
Yeah, was it like the game was?
From the couple seconds that they talked about it, was it like Chutes and Ladders?
It seemed like it was because
it seemed like they climbed up and then slid down the tail or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay.
That would make sense. There are lots of knockoffs of Chutes and Ladders. I preferred Candyland, but
I always like
Candyland. I just feel like it's better.
It is.
The board, I get that it's educational, but the board on Chutes and Ladders was always confusing to kids because it went across and then up and then back across.
Yeah.
It didn't all go. And so
then there were stairs, and then there were
the stairs
ladders and slides
didn't matter, but the fact that it
was there stairs or it was just ladders and slides.
It's just ladders and slides.
Chutes.
Yes.
Why did we never question that?
Chutes and ladders. That's all it was. But the fact that it didn't all go right to left confused the kids. So I just preferred the Candyland because no one was confused by getting stuck in the licorice.
No one was confused by that?
No, they understood. Oh, you stepped in the candy. Bad. Are you really doing research on Chutes and Ladders right now?
I have never gone anywhere and been like, oh, there's a chute. It's always a slide. Where do they refer to them?
I think we should ask for play dates with our mutual friends' babies and take them to the park and just keep calling them chutes over and over again until they get home and are like, I love the chutes at the park.
The chute is a framework, trough, or tube upon or through which objects are made to slide from a higher to a lower level or through which water passes to a wheel. A slide is to cause to move in a continuous contact with a surface. Okay.
So chute actually is a more legit term.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know why you're questioning these toys that have been around forever.
I'm just saying, it never occurred to me
I'm going to start calling it chutes.
Yes.
Going to the park to play on some chutes.
And then Curtis and Marshall were alone for Thanksgiving. Curtis was looking at the floor plan of the hospital or the MetroCourt to figure out how someone would shoot him. Why is no one talking to Ava? When Ava came, she was shooting onto the MetroCourt.
Yeah.
Talk to her and be like, hey.
I feel like we've had enough shootings.
But also, why aren't you looking at the opposite buildings floor plans as well?
Right. Yes. Thank you. But then everyone showed up, so they weren't alone.
Except for, okay, so Portia came from the hospital, but then immediately went back to the hospital after she left Trina the longest voicemail saying, I'm so sorry that your life's falling apart right now. Honey, I'm so sorry that things didn't work out with Spencer.
Hope that I didn't cause any of that whenever I told Esme to force him into some parenting classes.
And totally messed with his mind.
But they're going to sit around the table.
But Spencer and Trina are totally fine.
They are. They were cute. They were very cute.
I liked that when Spencer was giving out the pie, he offered it to everyone else and then just gave it to Trina. That was cute.
He said, ladies first. And then he was going to give it to Portia and was like, nope.
I thought that was sweet.
It was very cute.
And then I guess Robert and Diane were part of, okay, so they were part of the, hey, we only made reservations for 2. Can we squeeze in 2 more?
Right.
But Emma has an internship at Berkeley right now. Doing something that I don't understand.
Sciencey stuff. I think Anna mentioned that before when she was talking to Valentine, but I didn't understand it then either.
Didn't understand it when Emma was talking about it, like nano something or other. I don't know.
She's smart.
She is.
No one's shocked by that. Her parents are brilliant, so.
And then Anna gets up and goes and is like, hey, Nina, want to talk about what you did? Because you also played a part in Charlotte getting shot.
Yep. And Nina's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know what you're talking about. I just helped a friend. Right.
Oh, do you think Sonny's going to appreciate the fact that you just helped a friend? Oh, Nina, honey, you are learning the hard way.
She's going to go down for everything at once, and I'm going to love it.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
I'm going to love it.
A psychotic break.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. She is.
Maybe she'll just sit and cry to herself nonsense like she always does. Like, poor me. I don't know how this happened.
Well,
I'll
Nina,
tell you how it happened, Nina.
Lots of lies.
I got a whole recap. I could do the fall of Nina recap. So good.
Amanda's going to start working on that 411.
I can't wait. It's all in my head, all the arguments that we've had over it.
Well, that's what happens when you try to manipulate every single situation to your benefit and just go, but what about me? And how can I take advantage of this person and make them do what I need them to do?
Ned opened the door whenever she was bringing the stuff to the Quartermaines, and she's like, do you remember me? He's like, oh, yeah.
I just did overkill on that, too. Sorry, but...
No, I love it. Love it. So many different angles that she is going to go down for.
I did love when Ned opened the door, and he's like, no, I think that was it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dex has new hair and new clothes. It's got a new, more mature hairstyle, I guess. Got the little bit of shaking up the hair with the gel. I don't know. And then they have him in like that suit. It's moving up. Sonny actually asked his opinion after the Pikeman guy. And he's like, I know you're going to have an opinion, so just tell me.
Yeah.
And Dex says that he made a big mistake because Sonny told Pikeman that he was not going to work with them anymore until they told him who was trying to shoot at him. I feel like that's a fair deal.
Yes. You have information I want. I will let you use my ports to bring your stuff in that's illegal, but I'd like to know who's trying to kill me first.
And then on Friday, this guy walks into Kelly's and we see Carly go feed a homeless man, and the guy's like,
that's so nice.
It really was. And he's like, I thought you were going to tell him to get away, and instead you were super generous. I'm like, really?
I don't know that she was super generous. Like, he makes it sound like she bought the guy a house. She was very kind.
Yes, but I don't know. And she even said, and I love to hear this though, the detail that at the end of the day they do package. Yes. Because there's a lot of restaurants that do that, and I love that. I think it's great. Do not waste things, and food especially. But that guy is Ben from Desperate Housewives, and he is now Mr. Brennan. And the Mr. Pikeman dude came in and was like, Sonny said no.
Dun, dun,
Question though, he told Carly to give this 20 to your friend out there. Why didn't he just give it to him?
Right. You're walking outside. You're going to walk past him.
Right. What? it's not beneath you. She just gave him food. Why don't you let him know that there's more than one person in the world that is caring and generous?
And since he didn't have to pay for anything, it's not like Carly was going back out there to like get the bill or something. It's freezing outside. Don't make her go outside again.
Right. But yeah, the homeless guy could probably handle having another person care for him. Mm-hmm. That would be nice. Just do it yourself, dude. So, he obviously has an accent. Do we think he's related to the Jacks family? Could he be a Jacks cousin? Because the Jacks have to be related to everyone from Australia.
They do.
But that would be great.
The fact that he went to Carly's first. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. I had not thought of that before, but I'm with you.
I would love it. Because it can't be Jerry in a new face again.
No.
And if Jerry ever comes back, we need Sebastian Roche.
Yes.
Roche.
However you say it. We all know what you mean.
Yes. Well, I had Ferrero Rocher the other day. I was so excited.
I would have definitely corrected you on.
My husband's old job, that's what I, quote, used to get every year for Christmas, was like a box of them. Mm-hmm. And I love them, I love them in just that instance. Like, I'm not going to go to the store and buy them for myself. I'm not going to, but I love that he would always bring me home this little box and he's like, this is from work. I was like, okay, thanks. And then there were some in a bag yesterday. And I was like, yeah. Because his new job does not know this yet, that they should just send home a box of Ferrero Rocher for me.
Send a little sticky note on them.
He forgot to mention that. Right. When I make them fudge, they can buy me Ferrero Rocher.
Yes. You should have wrote that in his contract.
Yep. Although it was funny, I sent in something. What did I make recently? Was it banana bread?
I didn't get any.
I can't remember what I made, but he brought it in, and it was like a different type of recipe that I was trying out. And he brought some in, and one of the girls was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And his boss, like the CEO, he goes, oh, just wait for Christmas. I'm like, aw.
That's sweet.
So I need to start making fudge now. Okay, back to the show.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about a Jack's family connection, but I'm good with that.
I guess we could stick with Sonny. Dante questioned him about if he killed Austin, as we referenced earlier. Why does Sonny have to park like that?
Right?
He parks like a jerk.
He does park like a jerk, and
do not do that. And he was in a handicap spot.
And that didn't.
Was he in a handicap spot?
Sorry. I don't know, but it didn't look. Okay, so Dex says, "I parked the car out front. It's waiting for you." That was the next time we saw him get in the car, but there was like parking spots, which is not something that you would have out front of Carly's house. So if we're saying he's in front of the MetroCourt or something, why are you parked like that?
I thought he.
You think he was in front of Dante's? Well,
where was he?
Dante.
He was in his office when he had that conversation with Dante, right? Which is at Pizzulo's, right?
No, they were at Dante. Well, they were at Dante's house.
When Sonny had that conversation with Dante.
Sonny was with Dante when Dante got the phone call. When Dante made the phone call. Because Sonny went to Dante and said, hey, because they made the comment about how he loves living like right down.
He went to say Sam, yeah.
Whatever.
He was like, yeah.
I love living on the same floor as my son. And so then he walked in and he said, I need to talk to you because Mason and Austin are working together and they're working with Cyrus. And that's whenever Dante was like, well, I'm going to call Austin because he hasn't said anything for a while. And whenever he calls, then the policeman from Pawtuck answers.
Yes. Didn't ask any kind of identification either. He was just like, well, this is Detective Falconeri. Don't ask for a badge number.
Right.
For all you know, it really actually could be the killer. Mm-hmm. Come on, detectives, watch your true crime shows. You'll get all the training you need.
And he's like, yeah, he died. He's dead. And so then Dante hangs up the phone and is like, oh my gosh, Austin's dead. And that's whenever he's like, so did you do it? And Sonny should have said, hypothetically speaking. But instead he said, when I kill someone, you're not going to find the body. Come on.
Right. But Dex wasn't there.
No.
So that was not where Dex left the car out front. Perhaps it was out in front of the
Dex had left the car out front at Carly's.
Right, but this was after that.
Yeah.
So that
I don't know where they moved. That's what I'm saying, is I don't know where he moved to from then.
But Sonny had obviously left Carly's and gone to. So I think that parking lot was probably out in front of the penthouses.
Well, then that's extra jerky because he obviously has at least one designated spot.
Right.
Because he owns the penthouse.
Right. And I would imagine that it would be in a garage.
Right. So you're just taking up spots out front willy-nilly and blocking visitors on Thanksgiving. It's rude.
Jeez, Sonny.
or the week of Thanksgiving. I don't know if that was Thanksgiving.
Either way.
But whatever.
It wasn't, but...
Not nice.
But then Sonny calls Ava to meet, because that's when he's calling Ava, is when he's walking. Yes. And I'm like, 1 spot, 2 spots, 3 spots. Right? Oh, now you're just parked across 3. Okay.
Yes. I don't understand what they're trying to do or why they're trying to make it. Sonny goes to Ava and is like, hey, you have to tell me, did you kill him? Blah, blah, blah. And Ava's like, no, I didn't. I
like the fact that he was like, you're the mother of my child. If you killed someone, I'm going to help you.
Well, I did appreciate that. But I don't know. If Ava was going to kill someone, she would kill Mason or Cyrus. She would have never killed Austin.
Right.
She was mad at Austin that he lied, but he didn't hold her captive and he didn't place the order.
Right.
So
yeah,
that was like, I don't know. I just felt like that was really stupid. And then Dante comes and says the same thing. He visits her at Wyndemere and she's same thing. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to give you too much information because I know you're going to call me down to the police department later and I'm going to need my attorney. But what exactly happened? I thought you would tell me, blah, blah, blah. So then Dante leaves and then she gets that letter. Why wouldn't you take that letter to the police and be like, hey, maybe you can check this for fingerprints. And hey, this proves that I didn't do it because someone else is saying to me, hey, you're welcome.
But that implies that she asked for it.
I guess maybe. Okay.
You know, that's where I think is if someone found that, she'd be like, I never, but you're right. If she went to them and said, I got this. I did not ask anyone to kill Austin.
Right.
I don't know where this is coming from.
Yeah. I feel like going to the police, I know they're not always the best, but in this case, it would have been smarter. And if you're going to burn evidence, I don't know how many times people need to go through this, especially Wyndemere has more than one fireplace. Mm-hmm. Don't burn it in your main fireplace. You're going to be standing there next week having another conversation with Dante. He's going to glance down. He's going to see the bottom part of the Polaroid picture, and he's going to be like, what's this?
That's Austin. Or, although they did talk about Wyndemere getting sold again this week at some point. Someone mentioned it.
Someone did. Oh, Carly. Carly and Drew asked her.
Yeah. And is the new owner. Do you think Cyrus is the new owner?
No.
Do you think Cyrus is trying to buy
Oh, that would be
Wyndemere?
So yucky. No. No, it has to be Nicholas under a different whatever so that he can give it to Spencer and Ace because he still thinks Ace is his kid and he likes to buy people presents because that's the way you buy people's love. And so giving Spencer back Cassadine Island for him and Ace to live in is what is going to make them forgive him for abandoning them.
Except for he's missed a lot of stuff because Spencer and Ava kind of have a truce.
True, but
he's missed out on that.
Big present equals love.
No. I mean, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Right. But this is Nicholas that we're talking about. So big present equals love. What's Cyrus going to do with the whole island?
No.
No. Well, my answer is no.
There's a lot of rooms. Maybe it could be turned into a halfway house.
I do not like your
idea. Because then maybe he is still good.
He's not. Oh, my God.
I just said that just for that.
There's a Donna Day house somewhere he can buy and refurbish for it to be a halfway house. Okay?
Didn't they turn that into someone's house?
Isn't that where Portia and them lived for a while?
I think
now
so.
Portia lives in Jax's old house. So yeah. It's just sitting vacant somewhere.
That's true. Yeah. But then Nina goes to Ava. And Ava's like, yeah, so here's the deal. Sonny is probably involved in this somewhere. Like, everything that is going on illegally right now goes back to Sonny. And Nina's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sonny do something illegal? I don't think my husband ever would.
I'm sorry.
She's
not that stupid.
He's too busy making Christmas plans. Never involved in bad stuff. Ridiculous.
I don't like how dumb they're making her. Like, she is fully well aware of Sonny and who he is.
Absolutely.
Why are they making any of this be a
surprise
to her?
She did not have amnesia. He did. Right. So she remembers all those years that she couldn't stand him. Not even that she couldn't stand him. She just had no use for him because he was a bad guy and she was not associated with that level of bad guys. So now that they're married, he's like miraculously, maybe Cyrus preached to him enough. He gets it. No. I did like Laura trying to be neutral. because her and Alexis went out to dinner this week or lunch. And Alexis is like, why do they have him working here? Do you really think he can become a new person? Blah, blah, blah. And Laura's like, I already talked to Martin about this. I don't know that I believe it, but everybody deserves a second chance. And so until Cyrus messes up, he's granted this chance.
Yeah.
But he's going to mess up because he's already messing up. Because he's having Austin killed.
Dude, do you know? Oh, I was going to say, I'm like, I have broken so many glasses.
Not that. No. I don't care if you break some glasses.
Killing somebody is messing up. Yes, not the glasses.
Yeah.
They never took. No.
I was going to ask that. Do they really make you pay? God, I would owe the company my paycheck plus like $1 gazillion if I had to pay for every glass that I broke, which is yet another reason that I've never waitressed in my life.
I mean, accidents happen. I'm sure that if I intentionally decided to start smashing glasses,
right. Or if it was an everyday occurrence that you're dropping whole trays, it'd be like, this isn't a nice fit.
Like it happens.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I've never worked in a fine establishment like the Port Charles Grill, but also dishwashers work in the back. Mm-hmm. He said that he was a dishwasher, not a busboy.
Well, he was also mopping the floor the other day, and dishwashers don't do that.
Well, they do, but that was after hours. If that was after hours, like they would probably be out cleaning and stuff, like they could.
When Matt was
they do their area, but
right. That's what I was gonna say. When Matt worked as a dishwasher, again, I can only go off of his experience because I never did it. But anyway, he would mop the kitchen floor, right? Because he was done washing the dishes and everything, but he didn't go out onto the main floor. That was somebody else's job.
That wasn't too far out. Where I was just like, okay, maybe he's just helping out. Like if they're, but yeah. Typically, the dishwasher is not bussing tables.
Especially sometimes not in the middle of, like, the lunch rush.
Right. Like, they should be fully staffed. Although this is after COVID, and apparently places cannot fully staff anymore. So who knows?
But either way, yes. The mistake I was talking about was not dropping glasses, because I would drop many. It's killing people, which I have never done.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Gold star for me. Hey, it's been really hard sometimes, okay? I feel like I do deserve a gold star.
Why isn't that on the adulting stickers sheet?
Right.
Congratulations, you did not stab someone today.
When my mom calls me, and she always says, like, so how are you? And when it's been a rough day, that's the first thing I say. Well, I haven't killed anyone yet, so.
The day is young.
Yes. I'm going to get myself a sticker chart and put that on there every day. Didn't kill anyone.
I did like how Laura did thank Alexis for how she wrote the article. And she's like, well, Charlotte's a minor, so was not releasing her name. And Anna was in a tough position, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks to Valentine and Nina.
Yep.
Thanks.
And then Scout interviewed Drew.
She's so cute. Sweet. I did not like him forcing that school on her, though.
No, and where did that come from and why? She's obviously getting a great education where she is.
Exactly. And she's very, like, into it. It's not like they're assigning assignments that she's waiting to the last minute and doing a crappy job at. She was very excited for this assignment.
She had little
great questions. Yeah. So why you would move her, especially in the middle of the year, I'm not a fan of that if you can help it.
Yeah. And especially not even asking her, hey, this other school, you seem to be doing great at journalism. Like with this, you know, there's other schools that
let's
have like a more tailored, even though you're like 8, if you want to pursue that kind of a career, this might be a better. And no, Daddy, I would miss my friends. Okay.
Right.
Especially if she's getting a quality education where she is. Why rock that boat? But then Kristina said that she loved that place when Sam mentioned it to her. And she's like, yeah, I guess you really did always say good things about it. Was that the first time that we saw Kristina's apartment? Okay.
Yep.
And it's also the first time Molly's ever been there.
Yes.
Kristina found Molly crying in the park after she spoke with Willow and got to hold Amelia.
I liked that Willow was so nice and that Willow, not that she needed to justify being nice, but did justify, like, I know your personal information because TJ, who I got close to when I was dying of leukemia, told me about your loss. I am very sorry. It still felt a little bit off. And I didn't like that they didn't film in sequence right. Because you saw her sitting on the blanket and Molly came over and sat down. And then you saw them transition to the bench and, like, Amelia's all packed away. There's nothing else there. And then Michael comes back a little bit later and they're back on the floor again, like with the exact same setup.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying that you couldn't change your mind and stay longer, but it was like the exact same everything. So, come on.
But now, Kristina has once again offered to be surrogate. And Molly's going to take her up on it. And everyone's basically saying the same thing. Like, you really do have to kind of talk to TJ about this.
She did say that.
After, like, 20 people told her. After Dr. Navarro told her. After Willow told her. After Kristina told her. So and Alexis.
I kind of like Portia's take on it, though, when she was talking to TJ and was like, listen, I'm not trying to, fluff off the fact that you're grieving, because it is a loss and it's very sad and stuff. But at the same time, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, it's never going to happen.
Right.
And you have a process to go through here. It's not like just deciding if you're using protection or not this month because of the circumstance. Like, there's a big process you have to go through. So you might not want to put everything on hold because you decide 6 months from now that you're ready.
Right.
Those numbers might not all look the same again.
Right.
So
I get that. But he also I feel like it's just he's not being respected. And I think that's probably how he's feeling. Is like, okay, this happened to us, and now I'm being left out of the entire conversation. And he doesn't know that she's already scheduled meetings with surrogates.
Right.
And I feel like that's going to be very hurtful because it's
right. There needs to be,
maybe they could talk, and like if they maybe they could talk about it together. And even though he is having those feelings, at least maybe take a week or two.
Right.
Like go do a couple therapy sessions on, okay, let's talk this out. You know.
I like that that's what Willow suggested too. She was like, there are some very helpful meetings at GH. I can point you in the right direction.
Yep. But if they wind up having this be the end of Molly and TJ, or I just wish that we had seen this urge grow in Molly. Molly has never been maternal.
No.
Ever. She's been career.
Yep.
We have never seen her become maternal.
No,
it's not like she was suddenly around babies and was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is happening now? Like, I want one of these. And then they started talking about it. It was just like okay, let's just do this.
It's like since they told her she can't, then on principle she wants to.
Right. And that's not the right reason to have a kid.
No.
So I guess we'll see. I just don't like how definitive Kristina said, and I will definitely be able to give you a baby. No. You just definitely don't have the exact same issue that your sister has right now. You cannot promise that.
Right. No, better wording. I'll keep trying as long as you want me to, or something like that.
But you can't promise that.
I'm willing to do multiple cycles as long as the doctor okays it. Like, you can express, I'm willing to do anything I possibly can do without making that promise, because you can't make that promise. Even if there's nothing wrong with her and there's nothing wrong with TJ, that does not mean that it's definitely going to end up in a baby.
Yeah.
So, again, we've talked about it before. GH addresses real world concerns, but this is one I just don't like. It's too close to home, and I feel like I probably am never going to like the way that they are doing it, but especially with Kristina just being like, it's not like, oh, I'll stop at the store and grab you a gallon of milk. Like, this is a baby you're talking about.
Times.
That is true.
They're at 2%. Do you like whole? No? Okay, so I have to go to another store. Or you're just not going to get it.
Yeah. So.
No, listen, it doesn't.
Very odd.
I know enough people, and some have been super, super close to me, that I have seen how devastating it is. But you can't even promise that she'll go through the multiple cycles, because she doesn't know how she's going to react to it.
Right.
She doesn't know how her body's going to respond. She doesn't know if it's going to, all those things.
Right.
I don't like how this is happening.
No. I did like that they were taking on the real world issue of credit card debt, though. I loved that.
And how Maxie got into it.
Mm-hmm. The way we all do. I'll just open this card temporarily, and then I'll be back on track, and I'll pay it off, and it'll be no big deal. Oh, no, wait. Things aren't better yet. I'll just open one more, and it'll be okay by the time that this one gets maxed out. I want to know how much money Felicia and Mac have, though. I want to know who their investment advisor was, because I want that person as mine.
Right.
Because I don't recall Felicia working nonstop, even whenever she was not around.
Right.
And yet she has
self-employment does not have a matching 401k.
Right. So she has all this money. The other day, she's ready to write out that $11,000 check to the hospital for dude's MRI. And this week, she's like, how much are you in debt, Maxie? I'll just write you a check. But I felt Maxie's pain as someone who has been in credit card debt myself of you appreciate the help, but you don't want to put that on somebody else. And like, how is this going to affect her and Mac long term?
Right.
And back and forth.
Like, so, she doesn't want to take away everything that they've worked for.
Right, exactly.
But there are things that they could do, that they could like use. They could leverage their retirement accounts as some kind of a secured loan for Maxie to go pay it off and then make those payments. So perhaps the interest is not 25%. Perhaps it's more reasonable, like 7-8. And Maxie has one payment to make, and it might be smaller, and it might be more income-based. So being a business owner that just went through a huge loss might be taken into conconsideration.
Yeah, and even if it's not
I've obviously never gone through that type of situation before that I might have had to have had.
Maybe? Did you deal with that? Maybe. Even if it's not a smaller payment, more of it's going towards the principal to get it paid off faster. Yeah. So she's not going to be drowning as long, even if she feels like she's drowning for a while. But I liked that they brought that up just because I feel like that's an issue that lots of people struggle with. And with the new job, it's interesting to see the different balances and credit limits that people have. And it made me feel for Maxie. So anyway, and then she had Cody just come into her rescue all over the place. I hope they're not going to try to make her have feelings for him because he's not her brother.
I don't think they're going to. I think it's going to be more sibling.
I hope
because she is hardcore on him and Sasha.
Yes,
she is very much
and very aware of the situation.
I think, but that's why I think that we saw Felicia get so curious about flashing back to the Mac.
Yep. Wondering, was he being honest? Because he didn't show them the paperwork. But I loved James. He's like, I had a great time riding the horses, and I put my own saddle on, and I did this, and I did that, and I told Cody we were going to come home and put George's desk together. And Maxie's like, again, so embarrassed the way that a single mom is of, no, you really don't have to do this. It's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll send it back. It'll be fine. And then he's like, we need to fix this cabinet too. And after it's fixed, very smart kid, after it's fixed, is like, now mom won't hear me sneaking candy.
So cute.
It. Yes.
But he's taking writing lessons.
Yeah.
And he's doing really, really well. But he's using Comet. And Comet is Leo's therapy horse. Therapeutic tools are not for mass consumption.
Yep. And we've talked about so many other horses that they have. Like, why they could have said, oh, I took both boys out riding. Leo was on Comet and James rode, I can't remember the other horses' names, even though we just talked about it. It just doesn't make sense that now we're only focusing on Comet.
That was my only. Yeah. Because I'm like, no, that's what Comet is.
Right.
I mean, maybe Comet's not an actual.
I assumed that he was not an quote unquote therapy animal. He was just therapeutic to Leo. But I don't know the training. I don't know the training differences. Like, obviously, in like everyday animals like dogs and stuff, I get that. But a horse, I'm not sure how you train to be a therapeutic one or not.
I don't know. I just know that my daughter just finished a couple week sessions at a place that it's only like the horses are therapy horses.
Yeah.
And it's all equine therapy based.
Okay.
And I don't think I ever talked about that.
Huh.
Yeah, for 6 weeks she did that through her school. It was paid for by the Rotary, sponsored it, and they went out to this local farm that has, or stables is the word, that has like equine therapy programs. And she had her own horse. It was Della, and she cared for Della each week and did the things. And then it was funny because her school shared it, and I shared it to my Facebook, and a friend of mine who does have some mental health needs that would be served well by attending. Anyone can really go to them. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is like they do, but she was like, wait, is this Della? And she had used the same horse. Aww. And I'm like, oh, yay. I was like, I wonder if you were there after my daughter maybe groomed her up and everything.
Oh, that's sweet.
They didn't. It was just months ago. But like, I could go there, but I also have depression and anxiety. So like that would fit there. I don't know. I guess where Cody is not like a trained, and it is just to Leo's benefit.
Right.
You might be right. Like he might not be an actual therapy horse, but still, that's like, I'm sorry. I do have an issue with fidget spinners, like, and the pop thingies, because those are for kids that need them. They're not toys. You don't take someone's cane and start playing with that. You don't take someone's walking cane that's blind that needs it to move. You don't take someone's hearing aid. Why are we making toys out of sensory? Soapbox done. But seriously,
I 100% agree with you. My kids have them because that's the cool thing to have.
Right, but then they get banned from school,
whatever,
and then the kids that need them can't have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't let my kids take them to school, but
no, but like some do.
Yeah.
And the kids that need them.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Anywho.
Would have saved me a lot of money if they'd have kept it as something that my kids couldn't have.
Right.
But yes, I just love James, and I like what they're doing with the whole storyline of that. He needed like
Cody would make a great brother.
Big brother, yeah.
So that's why I think that's going to be, he's going to be Uncle Cody, so.
That would be nice. Yeah. I would like that.
And I think the only thing left is Liz and Finn.
You just like the Finn storyline.
Oh, no, hold it. We forgot to talk about the fact that Liz went to Austin's, because Portia and Liz were talking about how you've been able to get a hold of Austin. No one's heard from him. So Liz goes to Austin's apartment and sees that his Thanksgiving food was still in the hall.
Yeah.
His neighbors haven't complained that there is food sitting outside of this apartment for 4 days.
Don't know. Apparently not.
I feel like the kind of an apartment that a doctor would live in, people would not be so kind.
Maybe they were all away on their own holiday.
Okay. I'm like, wouldn't it start to smell after a little while?
I would think so, but...
Yeah.
Like
it hasn't moved.
Right.
None of them checked the receipt to be like, wait, that bag looks exactly the same.
Right.
Why didn't he just take it down to the trash?
The same thing every day.
Right. And they're putting it in the exact same spot. And he didn't take it down to the trash
compactor thing. Yep.
But then Liz and Finn went to Cafe Cherie and talked about how he may or may not make the best impression, which Martin reminded him that you need to shut up and answer the question that is asked and do not get defensive and do not expand.
Right. Because he tried to say, well, I told the patient to come back, and Martin's like, yeah, we don't blame the dead person for their death in one of these cases.
Right.
Okay? You want to be very kind and thoughtful towards their family.
Well, and then the hospital's attorney tried to kind of like sweet talk him into giving up some of that information. And he very smartly was like, I think I should not answer anything until my attorney is here.
Right.
Because she was basically trying to get him to say, should you have caught this earlier?
Right. And then she says to Martin, we're not on separate sides here. It's us against the defendant, blah, 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 or plaintiff, blah, blah, blah. And Martin's like, okay,
no.
I know how this works, lady. You're not going to catch me.
I think that was it, though.
I think so, too. I just hope that Chase and Brook Lynn's proposal is real.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be way too quick, but them having a Christmas wedding would be so pretty.
Oh, yeah. I just picture her hair like all in curls and like with a longer sleeved dress and everything.
Yeah.
Can we plan Brook Lynn's wedding?
That would be so.
And lots of red.
Yeah.
She looks good in red.
She looks so
like
good
the
in red.
Like the red and white and black. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it.
Yep.
And Lois can stay around for it. So that'd be in another month.
Right. Unless pushing it out would keep Lois around. In that case, they're not getting married till Christmas of
next
2037.
Yes, okay. And how about we don't have her immediately trying to get pregnant the second that she gets married?
True.
Or getting the pressure about it, because
they're one of the couples that I would like her to accidentally end up pregnant and her have that, oh my gosh, is this too soon? And then Chase would be like, oh my God, so cute.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that.
I just don't want to see her put in the position of
I don't want the pressure and all that stuff. I just want it to be an oops and then her be like, oh my gosh, is it too soon? Blah, blah, blah. And him just be, oh my gosh. He's so cute. He was so cute with all the other babies. Like, okay, I want little baby
and we've
Chases.
seen him on Real Life. On Real Life. In real life, becoming such a
good
gushy dad. So
this would be my new favorite.
Can we make Chase a girl dad?
Oh my gosh.
Chase would be like Mac. 100%.
Yes.
Great girl dad.
Okay, that'll make me happy.
Yes. All right.
Reality check.
So how was your week?
It was good. It was good. Madeline's birthday was Friday, so
I did forget to say happy birthday.
that's okay. That's fine.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, oh crap.
Oh, my kids all yelled at me because I used to always make Facebook birthday posts, and I didn't for the other kids this year, so then I felt like I shouldn't for Madeline.
Well, so can I tell you that's actually, like, I thought about it, and I was like, maybe I'm off.
Oh, that's funny. So they were like, you need to post a video, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll get to it. I don't know. I was busy, so I worked all day, and the older girls were super nice about it, which they're either the sweetest girls you've ever met or the nastiest people you've ever met. There's no in between with them. So for her birthday, they were the sweetest big sisters ever. And they had a whole shopping day planned. So Ryan and I just gave her money, and the elf came on her birthday. He always comes on her birthday. And so I think he was trying to steal her money, but she said he was just trying to make sure she saw it was there. So we had like wrapped up a bag with a present, and then the card with an envelope, and the elf was in there ripping the card open, playing with the money. So, and she'd got money from her other grandma and her other great grandma. So she took her wad of cash to the mall, and I was afraid she was going to come home and have spent every penny of it. But she did really good. She bought stuff that like she wanted, but she didn't go crazy overboard. And she was super happy because the guy at Annie Ann's Pretzels, she ordered pretzel bites, and he saw her money, and he made a joke about her being like Miss Moneybags or whatever. And she was like, well, it's my birthday, so I got money for my birthday. And he was like, you should have told me. Happy birthday. I would have given them to you for free. Do you want a slushie? Do you want whatever? And it just made her whole little day. So, they got home. Ryan had stopped at the bakery and picked up her favorite cupcakes. And then we all went out to dinner to Texas Roadhouse, and they had her sit on the saddle thing, and everybody sing happy birthday and whatever. So it was super like cute. I'm sad that my baby is 11, but it is super cute. And on Fridays for work, we obviously are in a Zoom call, but we play a game.
Yeah.
But because it's
You have not had to phone a friend recently. What is going on? They haven't played the game again?
No, they played the game. I just fail every weekend. In fact, I asked Ryan to help last weekend, and he was like angry because he didn't know the songs. And I was like, you're taking this way too seriously. Like, get out of my office. This is supposed to like wind down. But because it's...
Now I want to play because I want to know, am I better than Ryan?
We'll have to set one up.
Okay.
But because it's not work, they don't care if there's other people in the background. So a lot of people their kids have had it by that point in time, on a Friday. And so they have their kids climbing on them and stuff. So I let her sit down, and she was listening to the music that they were playing. And I typed in that I was cheating because I was letting her do it. And so a bunch of them were like, oh, happy birthday. And she thought she was pretty special because mommy's coworkers wished her happy birthday.
That's awesome though. So that's so
it
sweet.
Is. It's very chill. I really like how family focused and like people focused you are. Oh, I'm so excited. So Matt's company, gives out like swag with names and stuff or whatever. So I told you a couple weeks ago, they sent me a box of like swag stuff or whatever. And he was jealous of it. So for Christmas, one of the things that he wanted was a pickleball set.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, whatever. Him and his girlfriend are all kind of athletic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the other day, the trainer's like, don't forget, you have until the end of November to pick your Christmas present. Go online and pick your Christmas present. And so it was a choice of a mug, a fanny pack, or a pickleball set that says Discover on it. And so I got the pickleball set because I can't wait to give it to Matt.
That is so sweet.
He is going to be so excited to have some Discover swag because he was jealous of my stuff. And I was like, I was not feeling well all week. And I was like, just like, I don't want to be here or whatever, but I didn't call off because it's a new job and I'm just trying not to be like that. But whenever I saw that, Ryan called right afterwards and he was like, you sound like you're like feeling better. And I was like, I'm not feeling better, but I'm so excited because I'm getting a free pickleball set from Matt. So that was my week.
That's awesome.
How about you?
My daughter finished up her iron IV treatment.
Yay!
So hopefully we'll go back not hopefully, we will go back in the middle of January to see how it's affected her numbers. So hopefully
Hopefully she's done.
Everything's good.
They'll just switch her to like a regular iron supplement now, right?
I don't know, because that's why we wound up doing the IV, was because her numbers weren't changing.
Oh, okay.
From it. So I don't know if she just needed the extra boost.
Yeah.
I did have a couple people, as soon as I only told you and my Bible study group. And then the day that she started her treatment, like leading up to the appointment, like the week of the appointment, I told you and my Bible study group. And then the day of the appointment, I wound up telling 2 other people, and both of them were like, get cast iron, like cookware. And it does get absorbed into the food. Not enough to be like, but one of them said, they're like, I swear it made a difference. And then one of the girls in my Bible study said the same exact thing. And she's like, you should really look into it. She's like, I had to get IV and I really noticed a difference. She's like, it's not going to be like a cure-all, but
it's not overnight, but a little bit extra each day. Yeah.
So I've been researching different cast iron cookware sets.
That sounds heavy. You're going to build up your muscles cooking with that. But
also you have to care for it in a certain way. And I've been saying to the family, if we get this, you guys cannot put it in the dishwasher.
Right.
You have to, it has to be used a very specific way.
Yes.
So I'm not crazy. You have to do it this way.
Yes.
This is not mom rules. This is cast iron rules.
Right.
And then I just got some really, really good news this week. And
yes,
I got to hang out with someone that I haven't in like a year and a half. So
you guys should see her happy smile. It is very cute.
It's been great. So
yay.
Yeah, it's been a great couple days. So
that's awesome.
So join us on Thursday as we talk about all the different people that have been on both General Hospital and Desperate Housewives. Desperate Hospital is what we're saying. Desperate Hospital.
That's what I'm voting for.
Okay.
So have a good weekend.
And we'll meet.
Nope. I don't know what day it is. So have a good week.
And we'll meet at the pier.
I was trying to give everyone an extra weekend in here. Come on.
I don't know.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review. And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.